Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for watching. First off, I want to do a little shout out to some of the guys that I've kind of become friends with on YouTube, if you will. That's kind of the cool thing about YouTube is, for me anyways, it's kind of like modern day pen pals, and you can kind of watch other people's stuff and learn from them and bounce ideas back and forth. And also, on days that you can't go to the range, you can watch YouTube and kind of get your fill, if you will, by watching other people. So, first one, Hijack 86. He's a little bit more popular, but he's an Iowa boy and has some really nice stuff and some friends with some really nice stuff. And so I like commenting on his videos and watching him, just since he's another Iowa boy and does a really good job at YouTube. Another guy is Tennessee Matt. He's pretty cool dude, just a southern guy, and kind of like me, just kind of likes to make videos of his guns and talk about them and hear what people have to say. So he's kind of a guy that I seem to really like. If we were to meet, I think we'd get along real well. Another guy who I really like, who I've been following for a little while now, is Da Gun Nut. He's either from Wisconsin or Minnesota. I can't remember which from his accent. He said before, but I can't remember. And then another guy that he actually did a shout out to, so I started following, is West Desert Shooter. And those last two, the Gun Nut and West Desert Shooter, they're really cool guys, and they do a lot of stuff with kind of precision and reloading and shooting for groups, which is pretty new to me. So I've actually learned a lot from them, and I don't reload yet, but they're kind of the ones that have sort of inspired me getting doing this video, getting accuracy out of this gun. So I hope these guys are watching. I hope they comment and give me what they think, because I'm going to ask for some questions too along the way. But so I broke in this Savage Axis. It's not the Axis 2. It doesn't have the AccuTriggers, you can tell. But this Savage Axis, it's in 22-250. Friend had it new in box and sold it to me for a pretty good deal, I think. I think they only retail for like $300 or so. I had the Vortex scope, the 4-18. It's a Crossfire 2. And I just had to buy the rings and put on it. So kind of got it broke in and rough zeroed off this American Eagle 50 grain jacketed hollow point. It's nothing special, just a brass case. It looks like an FMJ, but it's got an ever so slight tiny little hole. So I put all 50 rounds through it to just kind of wall running patches and stuff to try to sort of break it in. So as far as for groups, my first 10 shots with that stuff, actually pretty not bad. That's a 10-shot group and 2.15 inches. I bought a cheap little micrometer off Amazon to measure my groups. But center to center, 2.15. I don't think that was actually that bad for a 10-shot group with this ammo. And it's actually proven to be really good if we keep watching here. So then I got serious, and that's 100 yards, by the way. All these are 100 yards. So I started to get real serious and put it on paper. And here's a 5-shot group at 2 inches. That's pretty poor, I thought. Especially whereas my 10-shot group was smaller than that. Or, no, it wasn't smaller. Ever so slightly bigger, but double the round. So I'm not sure if it was the target or me, or I was starting to get fatigued or what. Another thing I noticed, the barrel gets really hot when I shoot this. I was taking plenty of time between groups. But there were several times I had to take a break because the mirage off the heat mirage off the barrel was so bad and my scope would get all blurry and stuff. So I was really surprised how hot this gun gets and this barrel gets. I know that 22-250 is cooking out of there though, so it doesn't really surprise me to think about it, but it did kind of, I don't know, it was unexpected because I'm just used to shooting ARs and shotguns and stuff like that. So, so I don't know if that's to blame for some of these bad groups or not, but that still was pretty fresh in. But American Eagle, 50 grain. Next one I shot was this Browning stuff right here. Kind of a cool load, 22-250, of course, 50 grain, and it's a Predator Environment load. If we open it up and take a peek here, God, it's pretty round. I mean, doesn't really help for accuracy probably, but looking cool is half the battle. And man, beautiful round, and I don't know, nickel plated or whatever. Is this reloadable, by the way? Tell me if it is, because if it is, I'll keep it. If it's not, I'll throw out my cases. But anyways, varmint tip. Looks maybe like a Hornady bullet. They don't say. But anyways, this Browning stuff here. But yeah, is that reloadable, guys? I'm curious. Anyways, 5-shot group with it. Shot a 1.50, so 1.5 at 100. Not really bad. And believe it or not, the first 3 were these. So if I would have stopped at a 3-shot group, it probably would have been, I don't know what that is, 1/2 inch probably, maybe even less, center to center. But I do 5-shot groups. I think they're more practical, so then that's spread out to 1.5 inches. So once again, I don't know if that's heat or fatigue or luck or what, but that's what it is. Also, I don't have a very good rest. What rest do you guys recommend for shooting accuracy and shooting groups? Because I've kind of been bouncing around between just using bags and using a cheap rest that I've inherited that I'm appreciative about, but it's just not the greatest. And a lot of times the crosshairs on this Crossfire 2 there were, you know, bouncing around all kind of throughout this. So I think a little bit better rest would tighten these up some. So tell me what rest you guys use. But anyways, a Browning shot 1.5 inches. Next up, Federal Premium. This is the first Federal Premium that I had ever shot. No, I take that back. I actually shot it through my Precision AR and it shot all right. But this is V-Shock, whatever that means. Expensive stuff. All these loads are about $1 around. This stuff I got from Walmart, 50-round box was like $31 or $2, which for $22.250, 65 cents or less is really cheap. So I don't know. That's probably pretty good. Probably pretty good planking ammo if I were to go out and just waste some. Federal Premium, again, just a hollow point. But anyway, let's see how it did. It did 1.25 inches. So not bad. Thing is, that's 4 shots. 2 ragged hole, 2 ragged hole. That alone, 1/2 inch. But then the 5th. And I don't know at what order. I don't know. Who knows? I don't remember if I juked that or not. But I think pretty good load there. But 1.25 inches with that 5th shot. Without it, once again, you're probably talking 1/2 inch at 100 yards. I don't know. I don't think that's too bad. And then last but not least, Hornady Superformance. I've shot this through a couple ARs I have in 223 loads, of course. And I actually wasn't impressed with it, but I did all right today. It's a 50 grain as well. I think all these are 50 grains, by the way, if I didn't mention. Sorry if I didn't. Yeah. Oh, this one's 55 grain. It's actually got a Sierra bullet. So, anyways. But Hornady Superformance. And it's a good looking bullet as well. Brass, and it's got that, you know, that VMAX tip. I'm guessing it's a VMAX bullet. The gun nut and West Desert shooter probably know, but anyways, obviously reloadable. I've got a bunch of 22-250 brass. I keep saying I'm going to send it to the gun nut, so I need to have them work me up a load too, maybe in exchange. But anyways, Superformance shot 1.2 inches, so not bad. Once again, if you want to cherry pick 3, you're, you know, well within, I don't know, 2/3 or 3/4 of an inch. So not all bad. I wasn't like blown away by the accuracy, but I wasn't really impressed either. You know, it's not that special, but for a $300 gun with a decently cheap scope as well, I thought those groups were okay. No AccuTrigger. I did cut a couple coils out of the trigger, which I know you probably shouldn't do, but I did that. I cut a little bit, test it, cut a little bit, test it. I don't think it's too light. And then I always had, when I had the action out of it, I beat it pretty hard with dead blow mallet, and it never went off or anything. So I think it's plenty safe. So I did do that to kind of cheat a little bit. And I put, you know, how many ever 35, 40 rounds through it to kind of get the copper fouling in the barrel before I did this. But I noticed, like, at the end, man, it was, this barrel got so hot you couldn't touch it. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it still was just hot to the touch. So the second there wasn't as bad a mirage through my scope, I just went ahead and shot because I didn't have all day. So who knows? Maybe that's to blame for some of these groups opening up a little bit. Maybe not. But that did really surprise me. So yeah. So some of the questions for you guys: what's favorite rest and rear bag setup you like to use for shooting precision and stuff? Are these Browning nickel plated, I'm assuming? I guess I could read. I don't know. I don't know if it really says. Not that I see off top, but are these reloadable? Number 2. These nickel plated looking guys. Now I forget what my other questions were, but I already asked them. So, anyways, tell me what you guys think. It was a fun day to shoot, and thanks for the inspiration from those guys that make me kind of want to do something like this. And I'll be looking forward to doing this again in the future with other guns. And as always, thanks for watching, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.